There is a new chapter in the pontificate of Pope Leo XIV. EWTN is excited to announce its book on the first American Pope is available now for pre-order. Written by our very own Dr. Matthew Bunson, who's written dozens of books, Leo XIV, Portrait of the First American Pope, is the first authoritative book on the new Holy Father. It examines the life and beliefs of former Cardinal Robert Prevost, while also taking a closer look at his improbable journey to the chair of St. Peter. The book is set to hit bookshelves by the end of the month. Joining us from Rome is Dr. Bunson. Matthew, good to see you, and congratulations, by the way, on your brand new book. And let me start by saying, pretty amazing you've been able to write this so fast when the world didn't even know who the new Pope would be just 8 days ago. My first question to you, my friend, is why was it important for you to have this book out so quickly?
Yeah, it's actually a great question because, as you know, anytime we have a new Holy Father, the world is very curious about him. They want to know as much as they can, as quickly as they can. And one of the things that we realized many years ago, we saw that with Pope Benedict XVI in 2005 and Pope Francis in 2013, is that many of the things that you read or watch in secular media either isn't inaccurate or is sort of a deliberate misrepresentation. So what we want to do with this book is to offer a first portrait of the life, formation, and journey of Robert Francis Prevost from Chicago all the way to Rome, and now, of course, as Pope Leo XIV.
And you know, every time I hear he's from Chicago, I still have to slap myself. I grew up in Kenosha, just north of Chicago, Kenosha, Wisconsin. I just think, oh, he's practically right in my own neighborhood. But when lay people like myself, lay Catholics, pick up this book, and I don't want you to give it all away because you want people to read it, obviously, but what are a couple of the big things, or one big thing that people will learn about the new Pope, Pope Leo XIV, that they didn't know before, if you can share that?
Yeah, well, we're aware, of course, that this is the first U.S.-born Pope. This is the first Pope from North America. This is the second Pope from the Americas. All of that, the world has learned very quickly. But a few of the things that the world doesn't know particularly is that he is an Augustinian. He's a member of the great Augustinian order that dates back all the way to the Middle Ages, but also traces its roots back to St. Augustine. He is a deeply Augustinian pontiff. He is someone who has deeply imbued with the Augustinian spirituality, with all of that means. He has also taken the name Leo XIV in honor of Leo XIII, the great Pope, 1878 to 1903, who is, like Pope Leo XIV, taken up profoundly with the concerns of the encounter between the church and modernity. We had the great Industrial Revolution at the end of the 19th century. He is very concerned about the technological and digital revolutions that are taking place right now in the 21st century. So he's a man very much of his times, but somebody who understands the importance of the perennial aspects of church teaching to apply them to all the modern situations that we can find ourselves in.
And in our remaining moments here, I could go on forever with you here, but due to the constraints of time, let me just ask you here, away from the book for a second, EWTN's coverage of the death of Pope Francis and the election of a new Pope, Leo, over the last several weeks has been extraordinary and absolutely just stunning.
Thank you.
Mother A would be proud. What has been your proudest moment in this coverage, Matthew?
I will always remember for the rest of my life being in St. Peter's Square and watching Pope Leo XIV come out onto that loggia and being greeted with the first U.S.-born Pope in church history, but then also from the start getting to know him and those stunning words of his, peace be with you. But he's talked about the peace of the risen Christ. And I think this is a journey that we've been on now for a month or so since the passing of Pope Francis. We are now continuing that journey with Pope Leo XIV, and I think all of us are looking forward to seeing what roads he takes us down.
Well, keep up the tremendous work. And finally on the book, when does it come out and where can folks get it?
Yeah, the book will be published next week, hopefully on the 21st. You can go to RC Catalog, Religious Catalog, EWTN.com. You can also find it at Amazon for pre-order. So thank you so much. It's great to talk with you, Owen, and also a great privilege to talk about this book.
And good luck with the book. Get out there and read it, folks. It's going to be absolutely a thrill to read, and you're going to learn a lot. Matthew, good to see you.
Take care. God bless.